What is this ECO Awards Namibia? It's an alliance of private sector and governmental entities, which formed an organization that runs a sustainable tourism certification program. ECO Awards Namibia is a mark of distinction for accommodations establishments as well as tour operators that are planned and managed according to environmentally friendly principles. The program promotes a selective and careful use of our natural resources. It promotes reducing, recycling and reusing. In the process, such a tourism business can improve its profitability and gain a marketing advantage, often with very little additional expenditure. The program is based on similar programs in several other countries, and the criteria of those programs had been amended to suit the Namibian environment. Awarding of an ECO Awards Desert Flower Certificate is a sign that the establishment keeps to a standard of environmental care and implements sustainable practices for the future of the immediate environment, the company, and its people.
Very welcome to everyone, and this is my honor to present Mr. Sebajan Ikalu, who is going to hand over the certificates this afternoon. He is the Director of Tourism, and I am very privileged to have him here this afternoon.
Yeah, thank you. In tourism, we don't have a lot of protocols there. Because tourism is a lifestyle. So it is. It should be actually a lifestyle. Thank you, Azo, so much. And I think the first time I met Azo and I realized how passionate she is with what she does. And I think all of us, as friends of tourism, as partners and probably operators and suppliers of tourism, and especially those that are involved in the establishment, we can actually attest to it, that she has been pushing this agenda, and it's a befitting agenda for the sustainable tourism development. Of course, our tourism is nature-based, so therefore, whatever we do, we must make sure that whether the environment or the entire ecosystem and the entire biodiversity is really sustainable for future. So my understanding coming to today here and the celebration here started really, is it February that we were in Ludres, where the first awards were given for the year, in again celebrating the survivors, companies and operators really that has pushed and has come in that time, towards the beginning of the end of the COVID pandemic, and where life started again, to come forth. And on today's celebration is basically celebrating the champions of sustainable tourism development in Namibia. And I think for every hotel, lodge, establishment, really, whatever we do, there are certain things we need to look at. That what we do must be economically viable, of course, environmental friendly, socially, justified, and probably also cultural appropriate. So that there's a balance in these things that we do. And I'm looking for a time in future, probably in our lifetime really, where tourism contribution to the GDP really moves from the third contributor to the GDP to first, to number one, overtaking the fisheries and then the mining sector. It is possible when you look at what we have. The amount, the variety of products that we provide and experience, it's so much diverse that really we can build a stronger and much bigger tourism economy in our country. But all what we do really, we need to do it within the mindset that everything must be sustainable. So thank you really for those that participated. And I think at this juncture it's also appropriate to call that all of us and all those operators, whether you're supplying something, soaps and whatever detergents. You must think about biodegradable detergents. You know, we must not litter and all the things that really matters, that put the puzzle together. And I think this is what we're celebrating today. Those who are getting the certificates, you know, you are the champions of sustainable tourism development, but also you've managed really throughout the 2-year period. Not many of you laid off your staff and continued in a very tight budget. Some of you using your savings in your own individual finances to get your business going and not even to lay off some employment. So we are aware of all this and the entire impact of the COVID on the tourism sector.
I'm going to hand him over one by one. I'm just going to explain to you. Our grading goes from 1 flower to 5 flowers. So you need to achieve at least 50% overall in all the criteria. That's water, waste, energy, social responsibility, guiding, conservation, all of that. So you need to get 50%, which is already an achievement. 2 flowers is 60%, which is an extra effort. And normally I would expect a first assessment to reach maybe 2, maybe 3 flowers. But some of the first assessments this year did very well. So 3 flowers, 70%, 4 flowers, 80%, which is quite amazing. And then the 5 flowers mean that you've reached sort of the top marks. But then we've just put an extra little bar up there, and that is the green flower, 5 flowers, and that's very difficult. It's almost impossible. But there are some. It means that you got 90% or more in each of energy, water, and waste. So you can't waste and conservation. So you have to get 90% in 4 categories, and it's really, really hard. And I wanted, we're going to get to those right at the end, but I just want you to think about it, what a wonderful achievement those 5 green flowers is. So our very first one for this evening is all the way from Oranjemund.
Okay.
You can just announce the name and the 2 flowers.
Okay. Garibam Secondary School.
Catherine Hammans from Catherine Hammans from Garibam Secondary School, all the way from Oranjemund.
Garibams.
Say it loud.
Garibams. Mara, please pronounce.
Claire?
Okay. Hi Abba, the Rock Painting Lodge.
3 flowers, Claire. I actually think all the recipients can maybe just stay here and we get a group photo in the end.
Yeah.
Okay, just here.
This way.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Dome Hotel. And I'm going to call Sue from Oranjemund.
MTC Dome Hotel.
4 flowers.
The 4 flowers.
80%. Give them a big hand. And I call on Brooklyn Ashipala.
Congratulations. Congratulations. It's now for this year.
And you're from Sonia. Doesn't matter. Here we go.
Papa Falls Resort.
Both of these have achieved 4 flowers, which is great. They've jumped from 2 flowers to 4 flowers. They worked really hard. Give them a big hand. Our 5 flowers. And it's getting tough now because this was very, very hard work. Our next 5 flower is, I'm going to call on Marta from Big Sky. Sorry, Marta from Journeys, Namibia.
Kenyon Park Fish River. Congratulations.
Canyon Park Fish River Lodge. There are quite a few. There are quite a few going to wilderness safaris. I'm calling for Johan Fourie, and you can just read them as they come.
One goes to Pulala Desert Lodge, 5 flowers.
Thank you.
So much. Little Pulala Lodge, 5 flowers.
Thank you.
Pulala Adventure Camp, 5 flowers.
Thank you.
There's more, but those are later.
Later.
Yeah. Let's take photos. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Itendeka Mountain Camp, if there is a representative here. Itendeka Mountain
5
Camp.
green
Flowers.
flowers. Pull him up for 2 more green 5 flowers, and there we go.
That is from Casa Lupala Tented Camp. Congratulations, Simona. And then the next one is Blackberry Tented Camp. Thank you. All right.
WR is here.
Yes.
I told you not to go too far. Johan Fourie, Wilderness Safaris, and we go to
Sirakafema.
Sirakafema, right on the Kuneni. 5 green flowers. Yes, well done. And there's more.
All right.
Also,
And for Damara Land Camp as well.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well done. For the Ranawas Camp. Well done. For Desert Rhino Camp. Well done. You don't even have hands now to get it. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
and I just want to tell you a little story. When we went out to Oranjemund to do these assessments, I was a little bit surprised at one of the primary schools because the principal, who is here this afternoon, she told me that I need to speak to these little kids. And I thought, this is going to go all wrong. And there was this little 12-year-old, and I'm going to call her Kimmy. And this little girl, she was standing there, and I thought maybe they understood the whole thing wrong. Do you understand what the word biodiversity means? And she looked at me and she said, yes, it means that those living species that survive today should still be here, each one of them, in 1,000 years. And I was like, okay, she's got it. And then we went on, and they got points, and they got points, and we got to social responsibility. Now, social responsibility is something that some of the top lodge managers struggle with. They phone me and they ask me, what do you mean by social responsibility? I asked Kimmy, social responsibility. She said, we had to brainstorm that one. And we decided to have a workshop on bullying and telling kids what is bullying and how you can prevent bullying. And it was just amazing how well they did. So, Ambrosius and Mutenya Primary School got 5 green.
Well done. Well done. Well done.
Then we can just maybe do some photos, but in the meantime, I'm going to invite you to have a glass of wine, celebrate your wonderful achievements, and have something to eat. Thank you very much.
Our recent ECO Awards Sustainable Tourism Certificate event at the Namibian Tourism Expo had been a very special occasion. We hosted it at the ECO Awards stand, and we were privileged to have our Director of Tourism, Sebulon Shikalu, present to hand over the awards and to celebrate sustainable tourism in Namibia. I'm proud to be part of the ECO Awards team, the Namibian Media Holdings Expo team, and all of those who worked so hard to earn those certificates. A very special thank you to the GIZ, who funded the UNESCO project, which sponsored our stand and this whole event.
A sense of place, of wonder, and the slow march of time. Evolution revealed in a land of extremes, a country of possibilities, Namibia. In the blink of a geological eye, our world has been transformed from a lonely planet into a hive of activity. With over 1 million visitors to Namibia each year, tourism has an enormous impact on our land, cultures, economy, and resources. To be sustainable, tourism development must meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs and aspirations. By adapting, evolving, and constantly improving, Namibia is setting high standards in sustainable tourism. As we strive for perfection, there is no better example than Mother Nature. Development that reuses and recycles reduces our environmental footprint and adds to an interesting array of lodges in our country. Mimicking the colors, textures, and patterns of the landscape, we build our lodges in harmony with the land. Almost half of Namibia's land is under conservation management, and tourism is doing its part in protecting and restoring ecosystems. Namibia's conservancies are a critical part of this protection. 1 in 4 rural Namibians is part of a conservancy, and conservancies cover almost 20% of land in the country. This land provides additional space for wildlife, protecting migration routes, and allowing for animals to be reintroduced in their traditional habitat. These efforts enhance the visitor's experience while helping to restore the integrity of our biodiversity. In a country that has sunshine 365 days a year, Namibians harness the power of the sun. Clean, quiet energy that is truly at home in the wild. But as a desert country, we are also careful to limit water consumption and invest in recycling water. Being sensitive to the environment includes introducing tourist activities that are compatible with the land, contribute to conservation and education, and are sensitive to Namibia's rich cultural heritage. Another strong indicator of the success and sustainability of tourism in Namibia is measured by the involvement of rural Namibians in tourism. Our country is a global leader in the field of community-based tourism. There are more than 50 joint venture lodges and community campsites in Namibia, where the best of traditional and modern techniques are blended. These strong public-private partnerships are helping to create the next generation of tourism entrepreneurs and guardians of our natural resources. Namibia's approach to sustainable tourism has delivered positive, dramatic results, celebrating cultural diversity, contributing to the rural economy, and providing visitors with an authentic African experience. This is sustainable tourism. This is Namibia.